Companies have been trying for very long to bring foldable form factor to their devices. Last year, Samsung beat everyone by bringing the Galaxy Fold, a foldable phone that can actually work pretty well. Although the phone was not without its problems, it had problems with its display, hinges, size, and dimension. However, that did not stop them from selling over 500,000 units of Galaxy Fold phones. This year, Samsung brought their next version of foldable device, the Galaxy Z Flip, a clamshell designed foldable phone like we have seen with the Motorola Razr phone. Although we can't really call the Galaxy Z Flip a direct successor to last year's Galaxy Fold or even the second generation of foldable phones. In fact, the phone is Samsung's new form factor from the first generation of foldable phone.
Hey guys, I'm Chaser and you're watching Tech Square. In this video, I'll be comparing the Galaxy Z Flip with Motorola Razr.
The Z Flip is equipped with last year's Snapdragon 855 Plus processor and is paired with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. Samsung used the same foldable dynamic AMOLED display, but this time the display is made of Samsung proprietary UTG, which is ultra-thin glass instead of plastic. This is the first glass display in the world that can bend as if it were plastic. When folded, there is a very little gap that it was in the original fold. There is a tiny little display that shows you the time, date, and battery percentage, and three main things people turn their phone on to check for. You can also check notifications, answer to phone calls, and even take a selfie with that insanely tiny viewfinder using the main camera module. The hinge of the device has also seen an upgrade, which was tested for 200,000 folds. The phone snaps shut pretty satisfyingly, while the hinge feels much better this time around. This hinge can do what Samsung calls free hold, where the phone can hold its position at any point in its rotation. This effectively splits your phone into two separate usable zones so that you can have your camera preview at the top and controls at the bottom, or one app in one half and another app in the other half. At their launch event, Samsung also said that they have added a microfiber into the hinge so that no dust and debris can enter through the gap in the hinge. The device also has this T-shaped component to keep dust and debris from getting underneath the display. The Galaxy Z Flip has two cameras on the back and a punch-hole selfie camera. The rear camera module has two 12-megapixel wide and ultra-wide sensor, while at the front there is a 10-megapixel sensor. The Galaxy Z Flip is powered by two non-removable Li Pro batteries with a total of 3300 mAh capacity. It also has 15-watt fast battery charging, wireless charging, and wireless power share features. From the structural and engineering point of view, the Z Flip is a great upgrade. But when you consider the S20 series phones with the specs of the Z Flip, it may disappoint you. Especially when you consider the price is gonna cost you almost as much as the base model of S20 Ultra at $1,380. Would you buy a phone at this much just because of the fold factor? Well, the Flip has more in common with last year's S10 series, and you may call it a foldable counterpart to them. Although the Z Flip does carry some of the new software features like the single take we saw on the Galaxy S20 series. This phone is in reality and in every way better than the Motorola Razr phone. Motorola Razr features a Snapdragon 710 processor paired with 6GB of RAM and 120GB of storage, powered by a tiny 2510 mAh battery. This phone has a plastic display that is prone to scratching. So in other words, the Z Flip is in all retrospect a much better foldable device than both the original Fold and Motorola Razr. However, due to its unimpressive hardware components, you can't really call it a flagship phone. Instead, you may call it an above average mid-range device. Hence, the price tag of $1,380 is kinda insane in my opinion. Foldable devices still have a long way to go. There are a lot of things that are still needed to be figured out, like the size, dimension, and purpose. The Galaxy Fold was a mobile phone that could essentially be used as a tablet, but the phone was really bulky and thick to carry in your pocket. The Galaxy Z Flip kind of solves that issue. The Z Flip also has a better glass display compared to Motorola Razr's plastic display. The crease on the Razr is more visible compared to the Galaxy Z Flip. As popular YouTubers tested both phones, they have mentioned that the display of Razr feels cheap, and the crease on the phone is noticeable while scrolling through the display. While the Z Flip's case, the crease is there, yet since it's a glass display, it doesn't bother as much as it does on the Razr. Samsung Z Flip hinge is an engineering marvel. In contrast, the Motorola Razr's hinge is not that well made. It even makes weird noises when you fold and unfold the device. The build material of the Razr also feels very cheap, while the Z Flip is a very well made phone with a premium build quality. Yet the Motorola Razr comes at higher price tag of $1,500. At this price point, it doesn't worth it at all. The Galaxy Z Flip is available on the market. If you want to try out a new type of phone, then you might get it. Although at $1,380, I don't think the phone is worthy enough to get. What do you think? I'm not saying the phone is not good. In fact, I'm saying it's great engineering improvement. Folding glass display on the Z Flip is a revolutionary breakthrough itself. However, the technology is still not there yet to become your smartphone replacement. That's all we have for now. If you like this video, then hit the like and share with your friends. Comment down below to let us know which phone you're more interested in. And subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this on your feed. Hit the bell icon to get notified when our next video drops.